Hello everyone, I am Saksham Sharma, founder of Careerkunj and former TCS HR and recruiter. So friends, good news for all the TCS MBA 2026 batch aspirants that the admit card has been released yesterday. It came last night to all the students, those who are appearing for MBA hiring. Some students have not received the admit card, so it may be because they have not applied to the last stage, which is apply for the drive. If you have not gone to that stage of applied for the drive, you will not be receiving the admit card. Okay, so there are many students who have messaged me that they have not received the card, and this can be the one of the reason. Okay, so the test is scheduled on 12th of March, and again, what would be covered in the test, we have already made few videos about it. We'll discuss a bit about it today also, but before coming to that, there are some students who have messaged me that they are not eligible as per the criteria, but they have still received the admit card. So in those cases, in the written round, they will not do any eligibility checks. They will do the eligibility check if you clear the written round and appear for the interview. So on the day of the interview, they will have your document verification before they allow you to give the interview. So that is where they will check your eligibility criteria. So despite that you have got the admit card, you might be rejected at the later stage. So few criteria are very strict, like percentage. If it is less than 60, they will not consider you. If your MBA or graduation was part-time online, they will not consider you. So gap is still, it is allowed for only 2 years, that is 24 months. But if it is around 25 months, 26 months, or 3-4 months difference, then they can still consider. But percentage and few things that I have mentioned are very strict, so they can reject you at the later stage. But yes, since you have now got the admit card, to take an experience of the written round of TCS hiring, you can still go for that. But they will not do any checks as of now. As I said, they will do the checks on the day of the interview, before your interview exactly happens. All right. So for the written round, we already discussed there will be 47 questions, and you have to solve those 47 questions in 90 minutes. Okay, and there will be three sections that we discuss. One is the aptitude reasoning. Okay, and then second is the business aptitude, and then third is the verbal ability. Okay, this section will have 20 questions, this section will have 20 questions, and this section will have 7 questions. So total 47 questions you have to solve in 90 minutes, right? So typically less than 2 minutes for single question. So ideally, your strategy should be, you should first attempt the aptitude reasoning questions and verbal ability questions, because since this will require calculation to solve, it will take more time. So you should approach this questions first, and even the verbal ability, because this will be quite easier. You will have reading comprehension questions more in the verbal ability section. So if I have been at your place, I would have started with verbal ability and then going back to the aptitude reasoning. And at the end, you have to attempt the business aptitude, because the syllabus of business aptitude is very vast, and there is no particular reference material that we can refer. So all the MBA branch are eligible, so they will have questions from all the MBA streams, and that is where this becomes a very wide topic. But here, the most of the questions will be solved by elimination method. For example, there are 4 options, to a question. So you know that 2 questions are uh, not correct, and then you can make a guess between the remaining 2 questions. Okay, so you have to use your common sense here, because sometimes the units of few options, sometimes a particular, many things are there which gives us a hint that okay, this particular answer will not be right, and we have to make a guess among the remaining answers. So elimination method is something that you have to use, okay, for business aptitude questions. All right, and this should be given 30 minutes, since it is not there will not be many numericals as such. There will be numericals in some areas, but not much in business aptitude. So you should give around 40 to 30 minutes to this section, and the remaining time should be given to the verbal ability and aptitude reasoning sections. Okay, so if you score well in these 2 areas, and since there is no negative marking, you can still do well in this area, and the overall cutoff will be decided upon number of vacancies, how the students have performed on average, and depending upon number of selections they have to make, they will release the cutoff. I have seen in the past people who have done good in verbal ability and aptitude reasoning still get selected despite they have not done well in business aptitude, because of the overall average cutoff. Okay, so be hopeful about it. And today is 7th of March, and then you have few days left for your written exam. So I don't recommend you to read anything more. It is important for you to practice more, because aptitude and reasoning is not about solving question, it is about solving question on time, right? So you have hardly 2-3 minutes for one question. So it would be good if you revise the important and the strong topics which you already know, and you can do practice about it, so that you can solve in the given time. And yeah, so keep an eye on the time, because always written rounds are about time. And yes, use your common sense for the business aptitude questions, because it will help you to eliminate the some options and guess the most appropriate one. All right. So this is about the written round, and you have 47 questions. So I wish you all the best, and if we get any more updates or anything that come across, we will share you through our YouTube channel. So stay tuned with us. And then I would also invite few students after the written round to share their experience about how was the written round for the TCS MBA hiring. So all the best again, and do well. Thank you so much.